Hey, my name is Tone, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers, Shattered Glass, Autobot Blaster, and Autobot Rewind. So here's the packaging. Of course it's the eco-friendly packaging, no plastic windshield. But however, unlike Ultra Magnus, this guy actually fits instead of like the 50% of space and 50% of the figure. So neat touch. We have the side with some really good artwork, and then more side. Of course, you got front artwork. If you want to look at the top, and then bottom with the barcode. I don't think you'll need it unless if you do. It's Pulse exclusive. And then you have the back, which is the promotional images, and if we can focus here, a little bio if you want to read that. Of course, since I've ordered this off of Hasbro Pulse, I also get the exclusive comic cover, which features Blaster and Rewind. Alright, so just like the Ultra Magnus review, which was my last review, this is less of a review and more of a comparison between this guy and the Kingdom or Legacy Blaster. And we'll start off in Boombox mode. And yeah, this Boombox mode actually looks pretty cool. It's really good. It actually feels like it would actually be a boombox, and it would less be obvious that this guy can transform. So yeah, there's some neat touches right there. And I think the back is handled more better than the original, in my opinion, but you still got that kibble. Yeah, really good. Before I go into the color palette, I mean, it works. And we got a purple handle, which you can't really tell if it's like, I don't know, if you think it's a dark blue, but it's actually purple. So yeah. He does still carry the same features as Legacy Blaster, and instead of eject, it's rewind for this guy, which, yeah, they're basically the same bodies, but now they're different to each other. So if you want to compare them right now, we'll do that right now. So yeah, unlike eject, rewind gets white plastic instead of like a translucent plastic like rewind does. Focus. Yeah. He does still got his sniper rifle look, and cast it in purple this time. So I think that's basically it for Boombox mode. Oh yeah, and the weapon storage is still the same thing, you can just pack that in. So yeah. Now we're comparing him with the original, and yeah, they both don't look bad at all. So yeah, if you want to see some side angles here, and yeah, I think they're both really good. Kind of really hard to choose which one is better, because this one is obviously the original, but this one actually blends in more as a boombox. So yeah, that's basically my opinion. This version of the boombox is actually not that bad, but we'll transform this guy into robot mode. And here we have them both in robot mode, and they don't look bad with their evil color scheme, but let's go over rewind first. So here he is, and instead of like gold paint apps, he gets silver paint apps. Yeah, he definitely doesn't look bad in robot mode. It's just like eject, where they painted his mouth, and they painted him really good. His hips do feel loose compared to eject, so he's not really that solid, but the rest of the joints do still feel solid. It's just the hips that kind of feel loose. And going over Blaster's character, I believe in the original continuity he has a German accent, but in the IDW comics, I don't think he really had a German accent, if I remember correctly, trying to summarize. But yeah. But overall, the figure is definitely not bad. I mean, some people think that this color scheme is bland, but it actually works for an evil version of Blaster. I mean, this is what he looked like back in the original, which I believe it was a e-hobby exclusive with Soundwave. I hope we get that Soundwave in PulseCon. Really hope so. But yeah, he definitely doesn't look bad. So here we have his head sculpt. I mean, it may look hard to see, but here's a better lighting. It's because the mouthpiece is painted black, and yeah, that's why it's more harder to see. But it doesn't look that bad. But unfortunately, I think it's for my copy. His joints feel a little looser compared to the Legacy one, which is honestly unfortunate for how much you're paying for this guy. It's because, don't you love inflation, where they just boost up the price for almost everything? But that doesn't mean the figure is completely bad. I mean, what definitely pops for me is the turquoise, light blue, I don't know my colors, chest, which definitely pops. If you want to see that, instead of the entire thing casted in translucent plastic, half of it is plastic and half of it is translucent plastic, this time in red, which is definitely not bad if you ask me. Yeah, some of the joints kind of don't feel like tighter than the original, but he still got that really good articulation, and I think he still carries over the really good figure like the Legacy one does. So yeah, that's basically it for robot mode. Here he is next to Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, Shattered Glass Megatron, Shattered Glass Starscream, and unfortunately mine's does suffer some yellowing, but it's not really something that I can really fix, and this guy's an exclusive and he's already sold out of Hasbro Pulse. And Blaster, and obviously this guy, these two feel more tighter than this release, but it's still that really good figure, like I said. Also mine's, however, does have a little mispaint, but oh well. If you already got the rest of the Shattered Glass figures, I think you should pick this guy up. But, however, if you are not collecting Shattered Glass and if you want a Blaster mold, however, I feel like you should be off with the Legacy one, because this guy is more expensive than the Legacy one, and the Legacy one is more cheaper. But I don't know, for whatever reason, if you want to get this guy, I mean, I'm not stopping you, but if you want a Blaster mold, or if you want like the bad guy version of Blasters, then go ahead, it's your money, it's whatever. But I think it's not bad, but he does suffer some loose joints, which is kind of a downgrade from the Ultra Magnus type of quality control, but it's still not a bad figure at all. It's still that great figure, and it gets the same score as I scored the Legacy one, Flash Kingdom one, the 4 out of 5 score. Yeah, that's basically it for this review, and I'll see you in the next one.